forward, Greg. You move.
No.
Joe just has no concept of personal space.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are taking our virtual read with the horses out to a different setting. We've got some of the horses out by the pond. Thank you again for joining us.
Alright, so I'm going to read. It is called The Napping House by Audrey Wood, illustrated by Dawn Wood. They all seem to be very busy eating, so I'm just going to kind of stand here and see if anybody wants to come and listen. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child, on a snoring granny in a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Right. Yeah, you like that? And on that child, there is a dog, a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that dog, there is a cat, a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Hi, boys. You want to come over and listen? And on that cat, there is a mouse, a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Hi, boys. And on that mouse, there is a flea. Can it be? A wakeful flea. Hi, what you doing? On a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. A wakeful flea who bites the mouse. Hi. Who scares the cat. Oh my goodness. Who chases the dog. Who thumps the child. Who bumps the granny. Who breaks the bed. And now, the napping house where no one is now sleeping. The end.
Thank you, Miss
Hope
Angie.
you guys enjoyed that. Not sure if the boys came to hear me or to get fresh grass, but you know, whatever works.
And next we have Miss Kathy.
And Soldier. Hi, buddy. Soldier's very attentive. So this book is called Seriously, Cinderella is So Annoying. You must have heard of me, the wicked stepmother? Not true. It's just another one of Cinderella's wild stories. Not as wild as the one about the pumpkin and the fairy godmother. The real story, the true story, began with some chatter and some dust. All I ever wanted was a husband and a mansion. Before I married Cindy's father, my two darlings and I had met Cindy only a few times. The girl had seemed normal then. After I married Cindy's father, my darlings and I moved in. When I had just one foot on the front step, my dear husband kissed me goodbye and said, I'm off on my business. You just have no manners. He leaves often, Cindy said, but the animals stay put. They talk, they joke, they sing, they even help out, especially the bluebirds. Hi, Sadie. Now, I don't mind a story, but I like facts, not fiction. Soon the girl was talking all kinds of hokey pokey. Once upon a time, Cindy said, one of the bluebirds became blue. Not the color, the feeling. His friend had flown south. My darlings and I were stuck near the front door, and I just wanted to put away my bags, and that's when I saw it. Dust. Dear, is this whole house this dusty? I asked. I don't know, Cindy said. I'll give you a tour. In the dining room, Cindy told stories. There's mice on the chandelier. In the study, Cindy told stories, non-stop. Girls, I said, time to get to work. This place needs some good cleaning. Once upon a time, when I was cleaning, Cindy started. Oh, boy. Cindy mopped the floor, but she finished so fast, my darlings had barely started. Did you know robins and sparrows are my friends? She said, but the sparrows don't like the robins. Silly creatures. Once upon a time, one of the robins... Cindy, dear, I said, why don't you go and wash the clothes now? But Cindy washed them so fast, how on earth did she do it? I had to find another chore for her, just to keep her busy. If there's one thing squirrels love, it's washing clothes, Cindy said. The rats, though, would rather iron. You know, one day Squirrels and rats doing laundry? Quit telling such foolish stories. Time passed, but nothing changed. In the garden, Cindy told stories. In the kitchen, Cindy told stories. At dinner, I couldn't hear myself think. Dear, please, I said, stop talking! But Cindy didn't stop. One day, a letter arrived. It was an invitation to the king's ball. The prince would surely fall in love with one of my darlings. Then they would marry, live in a beautiful castle, and one day be king and queen of all the land. Oh, stepmother, I have to go too, said Cindy. Once upon a time, a girl and a prince, and then, just like that, Cindy lost her voice. Imagine it had to be from all that storytelling. Well, what could I do? I told Cindy she had to stay home for her health. She cried, of course, but a ball was no place for a sick girl. She needed rest. Sometimes it's so hard being a stepmother. At the ball, my darlings twirled, they whirled, but then some strange girl waltzed in. Her gown was magnificent. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I wondered how much it cost and if my seamstress could copy it for me. The prince and the girl danced and pranced. My poor darlings were left princeless. Anybody recognize who that girl is? A few days later, the prince made an announcement. A glass slipper had been left at the castle. The prince would marry the girl whose foot it fit. Our big chance. After visiting every other mansion in the neighborhood, the prince's valet arrived at our door. Me, said one of my darlings. No, me, said the other. One at a time, said the valet. Each girl tried, but the shoe didn't fit. Then Cindy pushed out a whisper. Please, let me try. The shoe fit Cindy. The shoe fit. Cindy pulled the match out of her pocket. What? My darlings cried. Cindy pushed out another whisper. She said something about a pumpkin coach and ice that turned into horses. She even added a fairy godmother. Please, there's no such thing. But I still didn't know where she got those shoes. few days later, the prince married Cindy. Poor man, he had no idea what he was getting himself into. But we lived happily ever after. The real story.
Thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you again for joining us today. Make sure you tune back in at 2 o'clock. We'll do another live reading. Also, make sure to check out our YouTube page, as we will be sharing some videos of some local veterans and first responders reading some stories to help us kick off our Local Heroes Read. We'll share more information about Local Heroes Read later today during our live reading at 3 o'clock. We'll see you again soon.